Realistically, I just want to say that, at the end of the day, this alabaster on alabaster crime, it just needs to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. White on white crime because they get down. They get down. White on white, they hate us. They stay fresh to mess, smoke the best of the can't stop, won't stop. White on white crime because they get down. They get down. White on white, they love us. They stay fresh to mess, smoke the best of the. If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. 19 suspected Jacksonville gang members are behind bars following a JSO operation targeting gangs, violent crimes, and narcotics. Sheriff TK Waters stated that the insane gangster disciples was a local. The arrests come from what the JSO call Operation Crown Down, which is a 6-month long investigation. Quote, investigators crafted this operation with the intention of arresting as many members as possible. Sheriff TK Waters stated that the Insane Gangster Disciples, or IGD, operated out of the west side near 103rd Street and California Avenue. But he also stated that their local gang branch stemmed from a much larger criminal entity, the Gangster Disciples, the national gang based out of Chicago. These arrests and prosecutions have taken dangerous people off the streets. Now they face felony charges, some of which include murder, manslaughter stemming from a fent OD investigation, and carjacking. Law enforcement found 18 total weapons and illegal drugs, including fent, cocoa, heroin, and marijuana. The murder weapons, JSO said, were used in a 2022 murder of Devontae Jackson was one of the 18 weapons investigators found as part of this operation. Sheriff TK Waters has a message for other gangs in the community. Quote, to those gang members that continue to terrorize our community, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office will continue to use all of our necessary resources and those of our partnering agencies to stop your organization.
This is for everyone you've killed! England, murderer!
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
I feel like that clip sums up a lot of the things that I've stated. Because, we all know that the police are pretty much weapon happy, right? They like to play Call of Duty and Battlefield. They like to just reload clips over and over again, camp around corners. They want to pitch a tent, have some s'mores, just wait for something that looks like, a leaf blowing in the wind, ba 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 ba, trying to hand somebody a quick Alec Baldwin. But yet that didn't happen here. None of these criminals who are negatively affecting their own communities, none of them are, passed away. None of them are erased. None of them are, seeing the great pasture, which is quite amazing to me. Um, because I would realistically think that you would want to 100% stop the crime that is affecting your kids, your schools, your elderly, your mothers, your fathers, right? Breaking apart the great, fabric, the family structure of the United States, especially dealing with the representatives of the United States, because it's not black people. Nobody looks to America and say, ah, yes, look at black people. Ah, look at them. The nice family unit, nuclear family, love, raising kids, all inspiring, right? Nobody says that. No, 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 no. When they look at America, they see the great old true blue white Americans. And oddly enough, that's exactly who you're able to see directly in those photos. Ain't that something? And then on top of that, you also have, weirdly enough, what seems to be a Asian American that is directly at the forefront with the rest of everybody else. Like I said, it's pretty amazing to me how this always ends up working and how it is that they're not, plastered all over every single news website, every single story. They're not talking about these gangs that run amok all across America, that bring in untold amount of drugs, that make untold amount of illegal money off of those drugs, off those narcotics, and the untold amount of bodies that are left in their wake, right? And some of these people that you see directly up here, you wouldn't even really be able to, in a sense, assume, right? At least the ones that don't have a tattoo or don't look like a killer woodsman. But some of them you wouldn't even be able to look at, like, yeah, that dude probably selling some stuff. It's like, no, all they got to do is really change like some hair color. For the guys, change the hair color. Get like a quick lineup real quick, and have a smile. Nobody would even assume, right? Especially give them a suit. You wouldn't even sit up there and assume. For some of the dudes who got neck tattoos, give them a suit and a clean cut. You would not even know exactly who they are. And I just noticed that I got somebody up here doubled, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's whatever it is. Like I said, this type of crime, white community, I got to stop this crime. If you realistically care about America the way that you say that you do, you need to go after your people. You need to stop these things from transpiring. What happened to all of those facilities that you had for your addicts, right? For your families, for your relatives, right? For your coworkers, for that ecosystem, right? To show that you love and that you care and that they're not throwaways. Why don't you, instead of jailing them and locking them away, why not give them another chance to come back to that community of which they have ravaged for oh so long, more than likely taking the lives of your family or your friends or got them hooked on a variety of things, or maybe even rob them? Why not allow them to come right back there and give them a second chance? Because everybody deserves a second chance, right? As long as they're not black, everybody deserves a second chance. So why not give them a second chance? Why lock them up? Why give them a sentence? Why even give them a record? Matter of fact, expunge their records because they're innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. America is very tough right now. People have to go through the pandemic. It's hard to pay rent. It's hard to take care of kids. It's hard to keep everything up. Jobs are not even paying the same anymore. Inflation is going through the roof. The dollar is going down. Give these people a second chance. They didn't do anything wrong. They're living the American dream. They're going the American route, right? Isn't that what Scarface did? Isn't that what Scarface did? He, lived the American dream. Came, he saw, he conquered, right? Anyways, give them a second chance. Like I said, I would love it, if a lot of these um highly conservative black content creators would cover a lot of these stories of these white gangs out here and advocate for them. I wish that these conservative black content creators would bring these types of people directly into their home. They're innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. They're living the American dream. They're struggling. They're trying to find a way out. Right? What was the main thing they always stated? That the road to hell was paved in good intentions. That's what we're looking at right now. This is America. And before you know it, you're going to have even more Americans doing the exact same thing.